anytime you want to do anything, if it's a basic thing, like I'm going to go up the stairs or something, a pretty simple task, you just have to roll one success. And everybody always rolls one die. Okay? And a 5 or a 6 equals a success. If you roll one less success than the challenge rating, you still succeed in what you're trying to do, but something bad happens. Like, so you're trying to climb up the stairs and you succeed, but you tripped up along the way, or something like that. Like you make it up the stairs, but you tripped. So if you fail by more than that, then you fail, but something kind of good happens anyway, or you fail worse than that, or you fail worse than that. It's like you failed this, and on top of that, like something fell on your head. Something makes sense like that, you know? If you succeed by a whole bunch of rolls, then it becomes yes, and then yes, and something even better happens. Like you're talking to this person and you're trying to convince them to come with you, and they say, yes, and I baked you a pie, or whatever. Some kind of a bonus. That's how these challenge rolls work in general. So I said you roll one dice no matter what, but if you can convince me that your character is good at this thing, either because they are an elf, or because some symbol on your card, and it doesn't have to be the one that you just rolled, but it indicates, oh, as you can see, I'm especially speedy or lucky or whatever. You know, you can see I'm good with this sword. I will let you roll an extra dice for each thing that is a reason why I'm good at it. So let's start with the race cards. Those are your attributes. Think strength, speed, or strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence. The eyeball would be perception or wisdom, and the mouth would be charisma, or like good at talking to people.
I don't have constitution.
Right, so each race is going to be missing one of those 6, and their fate is going to be instead of it. And that's because each race is a little bit weak in one of those areas that everybody else has kind of a basic skill at. However, you can also say, because like if you're in the woods, you could say, well, since I'm a wood elf, I should be good at climbing trees or something like that. And then if a person spends their turn helping you, I will let you roll an extra dice for that as well. If you have colors, roll 1 red and 1 blue. They stand for your class and your race. Take those red and blue dice and put them on your cards, the red one on the race card, the blue one on the class card, next to the number that you rolled. If you don't have a ton of dice to spare, you can just take a coin or a piece of paper or anything just to mark that you're going to do extra well in that one thing today. Okay. Those dice that you rolled and you circled or you marked on your cards, those are automatic successes. It's an automatic success roll, like an automatic 5 or a 6, okay? So what that means is today you woke up and you were especially good at this. Like you're just gonna be a little better at this today. But once you spend that, it's gone until you go to sleep for the night, and then you'll re-roll those the next day, okay? It doesn't mean you'll automatically success in the challenge, but it means that you roll 1 success on a die, like an extra die. Okay, the last thing that I want to mention at the moment is that you guys will be the ones telling the story. So I will tell, if you say, I want to try this, I'll say, go ahead and roll this, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But if you succeed, I'll say, okay, then what happens? If you get an and or a but, and it'll make sense as we go.